Women over 40 with fine lines and texture have already tried everything. A hydrating primer, a full coverage foundation, a setting spray to lock it all down. The skin still looks older at 5 o'clock than it did at 8 in the morning. The problem is not the foundation, it is the category. Most anti-aging foundations are coverage formulas. Mature skin is not a coverage problem. We tested 7 of the most popular anti-aging foundations against the only 5 criteria that matter for skin over 40. One clear winner, starting with number 7, the 5 criteria: color stability, line behavior, skin compatibility, formula integrity, and value. Each product tested on the same scale. Same questions, same standard. Number 7, Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Around $12 to $15, the sponge tip applicator sitting in every drugstore checkout aisle in America. The one almost every woman over 40 has picked up at least once because the price is right and the word rewind does exactly what the marketing team intended, what it claims. Concentrated coverage that erases the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Anti-age smoothing. What the test found. The formula is built on a standard dimethicone and cyclopentasiloxane base. These are film-forming silicones. They fill in texture temporarily, creating a blurred, smooth surface for the first 2 hours. By hour 3, the silicones begin separating from the pigment and the foundation slides into every line it was supposed to be smoothing. Women describe this as their makeup breaking down by lunch. The anti-aging claim refers to the visual blurring effect of the silicone, not any ingredient that interacts with the skin long-term. The formula contains no retinol, no peptides at a functional level, and no renewal mechanism. It is a lightweight concealer with a good applicator. Who it works for. Women who need buildable coverage for a couple of hours in soft lighting. Who should skip it? Women who need a foundation that holds through a full day. The next one built its reputation on skincare. The foundation tells a different story. Number 6. Olay Total Effects CC Cream, around $15 to $20. Olay has real clinical credibility. The moisturizers are solid, the serums have backing. This CC cream borrows that reputation and packages it as a skincare meets makeup hybrid for women who want both in one step. What it claims: 7-in-1 anti-aging moisturizer plus color correction with broad spectrum SPF. What the test found. The formula contains niacinamide and glycerin near the top of the ingredient list. These are legitimate skincare ingredients. The hydration is real. The SPF is real. The gap is color. The shade range offers 3 to 4 variations. On skin with uneven tone, sunspots, or redness along the cheeks and jawline, 3 shades cannot match accurately. The tint oxidizes noticeably by midday, turning warmer and darker against the neck. For a 25-year-old with even skin tone, this is a solid tinted moisturizer with real skincare benefits. For a woman over 50 trying to get her foundation to match at 9 in the morning and still look right at 4 in the afternoon, the shade limitation is the gap. The next one put clinical language on the box. The formula did not earn it. Number 5. No 7 Restore and Renew Foundation. Around $16 to $18. No 7 built its entire brand on one word: clinically. Clinically proven. Clinically tested. The skincare range has legitimate peptide research behind it, published data, and real dermatologist engagement. The foundation borrows that authority. The packaging looks like it belongs in a doctor's office. What it claims: reduces the appearance of wrinkles, firms, and lifts the look of mature skin. What the test found. The anti-aging language on the foundation references results from the skincare line, not the foundation formula. The foundation itself is a medium coverage product with a standard silicone base. It contains no retinol and no peptides at a concentration that would function in a wear-off cosmetic, and no documented lifting mechanism. The finish is pleasant. The texture feels professional. The wear time is average. This is a competent department store quality foundation at a drugstore price, but it is not a treatment product. The word clinically on the box describes a completely different product line. Who it works for. Women who want a smooth, natural finish foundation at a fair price. Who should skip it? Women buying it because the clinical claims suggest it will change the appearance of their skin over time. The formula does not do that. The next one has a devoted following, a plastic surgeon's endorsement, and one serious problem it never discusses. Number 4. IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Cream, around $40 to $45. IT Cosmetics built an empire on 5 words that became the benchmark for every foundation marketed to women over 40. Your skin, but better. developed with plastic surgeons. Full coverage in a skincare-first formula. Women in their 50s and 60s swear by this product. Some have repurchased for years. What the test found. The coverage is real. This is a heavy, pigment-dense formula that conceals redness, dark spots, and discoloration more thoroughly than anything else in this test. The problem is what full coverage costs on mature skin. The formula sits on top rather than blending into the skin's texture. On skin with visible pores, fine lines around the eyes, and texture along the jawline, heavy coverage works like a spotlight on every imperfection it was supposed to conceal. Foundation migrates into smile lines by midday. It clings to dry patches along the nose and forehead. The color shifts noticeably as the silicone base breaks down through the afternoon. At $45, this is a concealer in a foundation bottle. It conceals beautifully but does not move with the skin, and that distinction matters more with every year over 40. The next one solved the silicone problem by taking silicones out entirely. It almost worked. Number 3. Bare Minerals Original Loose Powder Foundation, around $32 to $36. This is the foundation that launched clean beauty in the early 2000s. The idea was simple. Remove the silicones, the synthetic fillers, the fragrance compounds. Let minerals sit on the skin without clogging, without irritating, without the heavy mask feeling that makes women want to wash their face by 2 in the afternoon. What the test found? The premise holds up. The formula is genuinely clean. Titanium dioxide, zinc oxide, iron oxides, bismuth oxychloride. Minerals that provide coverage without the film-forming ingredients that cause creasing and breakdown throughout the day. Sensitive skin tolerates this well. Irritation risk is the lowest in this test. The problem is texture. Powder on mature skin is a trade-off. Minerals do not settle into fine lines the way liquid silicones do. That is good, but dry powder on dry skin emphasizes every texture line and dehydrated patch, and mature skin trends dry. Women describe the finish as making their skin look papery, especially across the cheeks and under the eyes, where moisture loss shows first. The formula solved the silicone problem by creating a hydration problem. Who it works for? Women whose skin runs oily and who want one of the cleanest formulas on the market. Who should skip it? Women with dryness and visible fine lines. The powder format works against that skin type. Quick pause. After running this test, one pattern kept surfacing. Women over 40 are shopping for foundation the same way they shopped at 25. Coverage, shade, finish. The 5 criteria that actually determine whether a foundation works with mature skin are not printed on any packaging in any store. I put together a free guide with the 5 ingredient patterns I check before recommending any foundation to a client. Link is in the description. It is free. 2 products remain, and both are in a different category of thinking. Number 2, Lancôme Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. Around $50 to $55. There is a reason this shows up on every working makeup artist's kit cart. Teint Idole is one of the most technically accomplished foundations available anywhere. 24-hour wear that actually holds up in real conditions. 40 shades, transfer resistant, buildable from medium to full without looking heavy against the skin. What the test found: the formula works. The wear time is legitimate. The shade range is among the best in the industry. Dimethicone is still the base, but the formulation balances it with lightweight emollients that prevent the cracking and settling you see from cheaper silicone foundations by hour 4. On mature skin, Lancôme holds better than any conventional foundation in this test. It does not slide into lines like Maybelline. It does not sit on top of the skin like IT Cosmetics. It does not dry out the texture like Bare Minerals can. For all-day coverage with a natural skin-like finish, this is the standard in traditional foundation. The word is traditional. The gap between Lancôme and the winner is one word: adaptation. Lancôme matches well at the counter, but it is still a fixed formula on a face that changes throughout the day. The winner adjusts with it. Number 1, Luxe Color Changing Foundation. Around $38 to $44, and it runs cheaper on Amazon. I will leave a link in the description. 6 foundations failed at least one of the 5 criteria. Lancôme came closest and fell short on one specific point. The formula uses pH-reactive microspheres, a mechanism that has been documented in cosmetic chemistry for over a decade. What matters is the concentration and the delivery system. At this formulation level, the foundation applies with a light tint and adjusts to your exact skin tone within 60 to 90 seconds based on your skin's chemistry and undertone. The shade is generated by the reaction between the formula and your skin, which is why the color held consistently through a full day of testing. Traditional foundations drift because fixed pigments react with the oils on your skin over time. This formula generates the shade continuously, so the tone at 9 in the morning held at 5 in the afternoon. On mature skin specifically, the texture is closer to a serum than a cream. It moves with the skin rather than sitting on top. Fine lines do not become more visible throughout the day because the product blends with the skin's natural movement instead of collecting in creases. Dermatologists who work with mature skin clients describe the shift away from heavy coverage as one of the most impactful changes a woman over 40 can make in her routine. Lighter formulas that move with the skin create a more natural appearance than full coverage products that emphasize every texture line they were supposed to conceal. Luxe is built around that principle. The test result across all 5 criteria: color stability, the only foundation in this test where the shade is generated by your skin rather than preset by a fixed pigment, which is why it held through a full day of wear. Line behavior, serum weight texture that moves with the face instead of migrating into creases. Skin compatibility, adapts to undertone, hydration level, and pH continuously throughout the day. Formula integrity, the adaptive mechanism is the product. Value, $38 to $44 against a $45 CC cream built around heavy coverage and a $55 luxury foundation that still works from a single fixed shade. One thing worth knowing, the shade in the bottle will look nothing like the shade on your face. Give it 60 to 90 seconds. The adjustment is the formula doing exactly what it was designed to do. Because the texture is serum weight, women who need to conceal significant discoloration or deep hyperpigmentation may find the coverage lighter than what they are used to from a full coverage formula. For heavy concealing, that is a real trade-off. For skin that needs a foundation to move with it throughout the day, this is the formula that earned the top spot. Most anti-aging foundations are built to cover mature skin. Luxe was built to work with it. 7 foundations, 1 test, 5 criteria. The winner costs $38 to $44, cheaper on Amazon. Drop in the comments which foundation you are currently wearing on skin over 40. And after this test, are you keeping it or switching?